This is Justin AMZN for Wednesday, June 27th, 2018, and I'm doing another video late. Sorry about that. Just taking a look at the last couple of days. This was today. We rallied pre-market. Looked like it was going to be a gap up, a bullish retest gap, which it did retest and then tried to bounce, and then retest and then tried to bounce, and actually started to break out and didn't quite get up to our next line around 1714.50, but it did break the high of yesterday and the previous day, and then just sold off really quickly all the way down. Like, this was a quick move and then a retracement, a quick move and just chop around, and then rolled over again. Anytime on an S curve, had you shorted this, you would have been profitable. Yeah, pretty much every time. Had you waited for a retest and for it to come into another level, so the retest here came into yesterday's high, retested that from above. I'm sorry, from below. Then it rolled down all the way into here, and then it retested this level, and this level is close enough to where we would retested 2 days ago. This candle's low. So that candle low was a nice place to bounce on the pre-market today, and then didn't quite get there, and a retracement back up today from the bounce here. And this was so close. I mean, all these people buying here, our line is just below it. Just wait for it to come down and then see. So had you waited for it to come down here, look at these lower wicks. There's people buying here because they were buying yesterday, and they were buying the day before at that level and pushed it up, but it didn't quite get pushed up as much. It actually came right back up into pre-market low, this low, and then the chop that we saw yesterday pre-market. That's the low I came back into. So if we just kind of take a step back and look at the bigger picture, we have a big bearish move, sandwiched in between is a bunch of people buying, looking for that to be the sell-off and this to be the rally, and then it looked like it was going to continue, and it didn't. If we jump back over to the daily, we see we have this, alternating colors, in this case, an inside day, and then a bearish engulfing. And these three candles to me looks very similar to these three. We didn't quite have the inside, but we did have the bearish engulfing. We did have a bullish candle that we did a bullish retest gap, bullish candle, bullish retest gap that ended up selling off to close after closing the gap, or almost closing the gap from the previous day's bearish gap. We had a previous day bearish gap here as well. Now, I don't know for certain that we're going to gap down so far, do this sort of thing tomorrow, but it's entirely possible with the amount of move we've had, which is similar to this kind of move that was had here, at least this portion, so bullish. A couple days of selling, then it retested, and then it started to sell, retest hard, and then drop. So we haven't had as many bearish days in here, but we've had so many bullish in a row that we're still at a point that everyone on this thing who bought anywhere is pretty much profitable, except for now these folks up above, pretty much above this line. They're losing money, but it's still a good amount of people, still a good amount of shares out there. So we came back down right around the line we had here. I think it was 1665. What did we put? 1665.27. That's right. We did start to actually break down through that. It stands to reason we would come down to this line, the 1718 and 1617.54 price, because that's into this previous all-time high, and we could actually come back down further. If we come down to this level, that'd be a phenomenal place to buy, and that would be 1578.25. That kind of move down to there isn't even, I mean, it's similar to this kind of gap down to this level, so it's entirely possible. But let's see, I'm not as quick with the 12s, but I'm just saying this all-time high, a sell-off, retracement, sell-off, a sell-off, retracement, sell-off. I just see something similar to play out that way, and let the moving averages catch up. In this case, I mean the long-term moving averages, because these where we've gone through. So I guess the one more thing we've got to look at on this is where could you have gone in with options? Being a bullish retest gap, we wanted to pull back. We're not really playing too many right out the gate, so wait for it to bounce and then wait for it to bounce, then retrace, and then get in here, and that could have worked. But you would have been really nimble and gotten out as soon as you saw that hammer candle, inverted hammer candle, and then it could have worked to go bearish all day. From up here, phenomenal if it did. But at this point, this is 940. We switch over to the puts at 940. They really weren't amounting to much, at least this one, the 1650 price. That's right around the low. Let's see, 131, there's 121. So 121 is the low on that. I mean, you could have been buying $1.50 by one, or $1.50 by one, and just waited, and that would have gone up, 150 up to 1130. That's almost 10R in a single day. That'd be a phenomenal way to make some money in this. Another thing that's interesting is this consolidation on the put that ended up actually breaking out. And so this candle, as small as it is, at 140 is what I want to look at next. So if we go to 140 on the day, that's this. So up here, this is its last time to reject. You could have been buying puts on even that candle and gone from, what was the price? Gone from about $5 and doubled that up to 10, or held on a little bit. I mean, through a big retracement and then rallied here into the close. So that still would have been a decent trade. Any trade going bearish, we came into a buy zone on puts when we got into the lows here. It's similar to this breaking out and pulling back. We're at that same level where we were a couple days ago, and where we had some consolidation in here. Basically, just all the premium being pulled away since it was that far out of the money. Right now, we're pretty close to at the money. The 1650 I'm looking at is down here. That's around these lows. So it's really a matter of saying, okay, are we going to come back, retest up to the 1665 we just established, or do we need a bigger picture to say, okay, it's most likely to do something? And then let's see, is that shape bottom? The low and the close are 51 cents apart. Not quite. So I hope you don't mind changing up the format on this since it is so late. But look for these patterns to repeat. Look for things to happen. I didn't go any further beyond, what that looks like and then what that looks like. You could kind of squish these to say that it looks the same there. But after an all-time high, it really kind of wants to do some more pulling back. Even this one, all-time high, pulled back and just paused and made some waves all that week and then rallied after that. So, the opportunities will come. We'll just see which direction they are. And, we'll be looking for support to hold and give us a good signal that it's time to get in bullish. But in the meantime, be ready with some bearish trades. And don't be afraid to lock in gains when you're up big or up a little bit and it looks like it's reversing and it's going to change course yet again. So anyway, hope this was helpful. This is Just AMZN. Have a good day.